Creativity is not given to man by accident. It is a gift for people to create and impact their generation. And that's what the fashion industry is all about, creativity. And for Nigeria, when it comes to creativity, we are richly blessed. But I ask you as a fashion designer, whose life are you impacting? How are you exploring your creativity? Well, you'll be finding out so much today on the show. Welcome on board. It is Today's Style, where we proudly showcase everything made here in Nigeria. My name is Ruth Aguele. The ingenuity of our fashion designers knows no bound. And right now, we're about to explore the world of an extraordinary woman who is making statement when it comes to fashion. You're about to find out who my guest is. Let's go. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Hello, Aisha.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good to sit down, please.
Thank you. And you have a lovely place here.
Thank you so much.
So this is my guest for today on the show, Aisha Falke. She's the creative director of Aisha Falke. That's the name of her fashion label. When it comes to turning ordinary thing into extraordinary, because she's an extraordinary woman and she's an amazing woman when it comes to promoting modern contemporary designs. I have been tracking you for a long time now, and she has been into the business of fashion for about 8 years now.
Yes, 8 years.
How has it been for you so far?
It's been an amazing journey. It's beautiful, it's different, it's challenging, but in a good way. So yes, has its ups and downs, but generally it's good. So alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Now, if you're not into fashion, what will it be?
A few years ago, someone asked me, if you're not in fashion, what would you do? I would blog, or I would be a marriage counselor.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So actually I've actually started that by the side. So I'm trying to build that career as well.
And I must say, with your blog, that you do, not in hibiscus, by the way, and it's strictly fashion.
No. It's actually more of lifestyle. So there's everything really, northern lifestyle. So there's marriage, weddings, everything really.
For you, your fashion is basically for the northern woman, that northern woman who wants to stand out. But I'm just wondering, with the way fashion keeps evolving today, how do you bring in that northern, flavor and still blend it to make it contemporary?
My fashion line is more of not the northern woman as such, but a modest dresser. So you don't have to be a northerner, or you don't have to be a Muslim. It's just when you really want to be stylish yet free and comfortable. Every single day there is an inspiration from everywhere. My customer is the comfortable dresser, a stylish, comfortable dresser. So it would always be in vogue. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Yes. So yes.
For you, when you look at women today, a lot of women want to make the right fashion statement all the time. Who is an Aisha Falke woman?
An Aisha Falke woman is a woman that earns her money. Yes.
She's a businesswoman.
Yes, she earns her money. She's comfortable in spending.
Okay.
So we're actually more of high street, which when it comes to pricing. So she's comfortable to buy like 5 or 10 pieces and be able to rock them well. So she's an average, so I think my customer is like a 24 to a 60-year-old woman who has started making her money, as I said, and wants to feel good and be comfortable. I don't do bespoke anymore. We just do ready to wear. So it's just strictly ready to wear.
Why did you change?
Well, bespoke is just too hard for me. I've done bespoke for a long time, and it just doesn't speak to me anymore because there's so much challenge, and it doesn't allow me to be as free and creative as I want to be.
Really?
So yes. So
Okay.
let's say, for example, a customer comes, they have exactly what they want you to make for them, and it doesn't allow me to, be what I want to be. Do you understand? And it's so hard. Customers are a bit demanding. Tailors are crazy human beings. So I tend to, it's easier for me to work with my own fabrics. And when a customer comes, you don't like this style, then there's this style for you. But when you're on bespoke, you have to be there 247. The customer is complaining, you know, the armpits, the skirts, the hips. The this.
It doesn't fit, right?
Yes. It's too much. It's too cumbersome for me. So I had to drop it.
If I want to look at your designs, talking about the ready-to-wear, you know, we're in a stage in Nigeria where Nigerians are beginning to appreciate our fashion, you know, instead of looking outside the shores of Nigeria. Now, not everybody will want to just go into that boutique and pick up this dress or this top. So what are you doing differently?
First of all, with Aisha Falke, where our prices are right.
Okay.
So
the price needs to be right.
Yes, the prices are right. So, and then the designs are not too complicated. They're things that you can turn from day to night. We tend to focus more on simple designs, things that you can actually, you know, if you're going to work, you could dress it down, and if you're going for a party later on, you can dress it up with jewelry. So we have more of simple pieces than two gang styles. I'm actually more of a, you know, a subtle designer. I want to be able to wear my clothing because I'm a very comfortable dresser.
Yes, I can see that from what you're wearing. You're kind of a bit conservative, but
yes.
I want to talk about the northern woman. You know, gone were the days when northern women will not want to try some certain daring designs. You know, today we're seeing the whole changes. What has changed? What has been done differently? Why is the northern woman just not afraid to just dare herself, you know, and go out there?
I'm a typical northern woman, so I'm a conservative northern woman. But then there are other northern women that really don't care. You know, I think it comes with the time. And with a lot of social media and a lot of influence from, you know, other cultures. So they've actually infiltrated and diluted our own culture. I'm not saying the woman that doesn't cover is not a better person, but it's just her choice. Yes, so people are more daring, people are more aware of people that don't cover say, oh, it's my rights, and I'm not judging them. So people are more aware of their rights and saying, okay, a person who wears a hijab or who covers is not better than I am. And it's okay. You know, it's okay for them to explore.
And talking about exploring, the fashion industry is one industry I admire a lot because designers like you have that liberty to just explore when it comes to creativity. But are you bothered about the competition?
Usually with social media, you tend to get a lot of competition, and competition in the sense that you get your style copied and then made cheaper. So it's actually a bit, you know, it bothers us sometimes. But I feel if you are as creative, you would actually come up with better designs, and you just don't allow them get to you. That's just all you need to do, and you have to be fast about it. So what we started doing a while back is just to bring out a design every month, so that before you copy us and start selling, we've actually moved away from that designs and we're doing new designs. So the customer is saying, oh, I've seen that, I want something new. It's not easy though, but then it's something you need to move fast because you know, it's an aggressive market.
True.
Yes. And there's competition on how do I get your naira? We're competing because of the economy. I'm competing with if you earn 40,000 naira, I want 20,000 from that 40 naira, and then we're competing.
That's too much.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. So I'm competing with a drink company to get that money. I'm competing with recharge card. I'm competing with, so I have to be creative. So I need to keep, you know, making you excited to come back. So basically, yes.
Nice. I must say the social media is really doing a lot for this industry. And you're a blogger. Now, how would you say the social media has really impacted the fashion industry? And this is the era we're really campaigning, oh, let's promote what we produce here in Nigeria, because Nigerian fashion designers are very creative. Now, how can we use that social media to drive this campaign further?
To be frank with you, it has caught up. Like, the fire has already eaten everything. It has burnt. Because I am sure every woman that is going to watch this has a Nigerian designer in her closet.
True.
So it has already burnt.
We want it to turn to ashes.
They went to this thing, fire brigade. They said they were not available because the fire has burnt.
No,
yeah. So yeah, it has already caught. You know, people are. I can't see any designer that would say, "Oh, I don't have customers." Only if they're not as good.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because there is demand. A woman wakes up, she's depressed, she's tired, she wants clothing. She wakes up, she has a wardrobe full of clothing, she wants more clothes. So that's the thing.
What next are you going to be looking at? Is it just strictly fashion, or are you thinking of making accessories, you know?
So when I started with making jewelry.
Okay.
So like what you're wearing
you
almost. Thank you. Almost like what you're wearing, but not as elaborate.
Okay.
So what we're thinking of doing is we would still stick with ready to wear, but maybe make it in a larger scale to put a lot of emphasis on shipping out, where people can order our clothing and we can ship out. So mass production, that's our aim.
Aisha, you're one remarkable woman. You're inspiring a lot of women out there. And I know a lot of people still look up to you. You know, there are a lot of women, or girls rather, who are out there who want to be successful as you have done. What is the secret to your success?
Fashion is interesting, but you have to be a patient person. It's not easy. Like nothing comes easy in life, you know, but then it's not as easy because you're dealing with people. Sometimes you get depressed, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you cry.
Do you cry?
Of course, I cry. I can just cry now. But yeah, sometimes you cry because when I was doing bespoke, you could get a very, very arrogant customer, and she's angry because something the tailor spoiled her fabric. But then you know there's an approach, there's a manner of approach. They approach you and you feel sad, or the customer or a tailor steals people's fabrics, or you know there's so many things. So the first thing is, I keep saying, just have a plan. What do you want to do? Don't say, oh, I'm going to do everything. So when I started, I did bridal, I did bespoke, I did everything. Now I'm just focusing on one thing. And that's something when you're starting, just focus. Start small.
I like to ask fashion designers to basically pray for the fashion industry, because when it grows, it affects you guys. So it's in this form. What is the future? What do you want to see for the Nigerian fashion industry?
I want us to have Zara's. You know, we want a situation whereby we would have good manufacturing places. So let's say I have designs, I don't have to have tailors. I could just walk into a manufacturing place like how they do it outside Nigeria. You just go, I give you my designs, you make for me, I sell. Rather than production, there's so many things people can go into. You don't have to be a fashion designer. You could be a tailor. You could be a fabric sourcer. Is that a way to put it? You can source fabrics. You could do so many things. So you don't have to be like a fashion.
Which is lacking, actually.
Yes.
You know, listening to you talk, you just give me the sense of breath air, a breath of fresh air, rather. Because you are someone who is set to change the fashion industry and bringing modern designs, you know, to the fore, making us see how creative, how contemporary it can be, and proudly say, we've done here in Nigeria. Thank you so much, Aisha Falke. You're such an interesting personality. I wish we don't have to end this chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you too. And I want you to grow even farther than what you have done so far.
Thank you so much. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay, and we know that when it comes to creativity and ingenuity of our fashion designers and creative minds in Nigeria, they're stopping at nothing to just see that this industry grows. And I know one sector, I know one industry that is really thriving, and we'll put a spotlight right now on Made in Aba Trade Fair. Let's explore that world.
This thing on. Yo. Be the F to the Z. But it acts if you can. Look them in the face, reach your chest and say.
Fashion is dynamic, and the fashion industry in Nigeria cuts across diverse innovations, as the growing industry has continued to record giant strides, both locally and internationally. With a spotlight on Aba, a city that prides as the Japan of Africa. Call it the hub of creativity and you will not be wrong, as seen in the dexterity and ingenuity of local manufacturers. A trip to the Aba Trade Fair held in Abuja was an eye-opener.
Yo. Be the F to the Z, but it actually began.
In the past, made in Aba wares were seen as substandard products, but with the awareness and the die-hard spirit of these artisans, their products are becoming widely acceptable to Nigerians across social classes, as seen in the patronage.
I'm kind of surprised to see them here. So I want to, as you can see, I'm pricing the Isiago, the popular Isiago. So I want to get one for my husband.
For some few years now, the patronage have started to improve. It's because in other years, when we supply to other country, they will bring it back, then sell it as a foreign shoe. But now, the Nigerians have realized that this was made here is superior. When we do shoe before, nobody will write it made in Aba, because we say people will not buy made in Aba, because if you buy it from here to the other junction, it will cut. So, but now it's not like that again.
I sell this like 3,500, and something bigger than this, I sell it for 5. I'm still a student of Abia State Polytechnic, and there was where I learned to do these beads, and I also learned this online.
We have a bit of improvement we need to, put into our products, but so far we're doing well for where we are. I think we're doing very well.
Nigerians just have this idea that anything that is made in Nigeria, that the quality is not good enough. So what has been happening is that people who make good shoes, they are stamping Italy or Turkey on the shoes, and Nigerians will happily buy those shoes. But when you stamp that same shoe in Nigeria and bought 20,000 naira, stamp it made in Nigeria, stamp it made in Aba, that same Nigerian will be pricing it 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira.
Products made in any country and rightly and proudly labeled as such brings a certain kind of confidence, respect, and energize such a country to compete with other countries in terms of revenue generation. But with the success comes the challenges.
In Aba, the Smidan has been helping, but the light issue, we do not have light. We burn diesel day and night. Because of that, it makes the cost to increase.
The chain of the business has not been at a level where everything you need can be gotten in Nigeria. The leather we are using is mostly made in Nigeria leather, but the soles we are using are manufactured outside. The gum we are using are manufactured outside. So we hope very soon somebody who knows a bit about chemicals can come and be producing gum. That will be good enough to sustain the quality of the shoes we want to make.
The challenge we are having is finance. Unlike before, because some people have imported these machines. So if you have the finance, you bought those machines. Many people have bought machines from Italy. So we are using the machines there, like this one. Look at this thing, the machine from Italy that designed this thing. Is from Italy. Somebody just bought it, and that's the business he did. We use a compressing machine. We used to press it, it will be solid.
With the necessary investment, implementation of policies to help local industries thrive, there will certainly be a great impact in the economic growth of the country and reduce import dependency. No better time to proudly say, #Made in Nigeria.
The Made in Aba trade fair there, and former Senate President David Mark once described Aba as the catalyst of industrial revolution in Nigeria, and I totally agree, because when it comes to creative ingenuity, they have it. When it comes to competitive spirit, these artisans also have it. Now, if you put all of this together, you get innovation, you get growth, and you get development. Now, no nation can thrive without an enabling business environment. Now, talking about that, there are those who set the laws. There are those who ensure that these laws are implemented when we're talking policies. Now, we put on the spotlight one of Nigeria's legislators to tell us what is at stake when we're talking promoting the Made in Nigerian brands.
name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Asado. I represent Nsukka Abuja South Federal Constituency of Enugu State in the House of Reps. I'm actually a third term in the House, and I'm the chairman of the House Committee on Ports, Harbors, and Waterways. So, for me, short of medical school and maybe my wedding day, you can hardly catch me on suits. Not that I don't have suits, but I dress first to be comfortable, and I also notice that I look good on them. I noticed that an average sitting day, about 60 to 70% of members are dressed totally in their different background attires, which are all Nigerian. I think by nature, by nurture, we are promoting it already. I see from the speaker down, I can count the number of days they come in suits. There's no day that more than 20 or 25% come in anything outside Nigeria. What we have noticed is that the Igbo dress the Igbo, the Edo dress Edo, and the Hausas, the Yorubas, but essentially we are promoting Nigeria and made Nigeria goods. Are we branding well enough? Are we marketing well enough? Are our designers up to speed? I think they're also coming up faster and furious, because they may not have the big brand names that you see overseas, but gradually that's how they all started. I go to Aba and I see what they do. I was living in Aisha when I was in practice, and I saw the shoes they were doing, the standards they were doing, and I know that if somebody can take it up, just like the governor was trying to promote in Abuja State recently, and the federal government was trying to encourage it, we need to push it. What I think Nigeria owes Aba, which I think the former Minister of Power was trying to address, is give them power. The independent power plant they were doing, I don't think it was sited near the gas pipeline. So for them to source power was a big issue. But because they also mass produce, that producing for the West African market, you need to go to Aba to see the number of shoes that leave Aba. And over there is a proposed international super highway that should go through Aba, connecting the rest of the West African countries. Now, sometimes we stay in Nigeria and destroy those our products with our own mouth, that these things are so inferior. But I'm saying that the best products, what Gucci is doing now, what Louis Vuitton is doing now, they didn't start with that level. They started somewhere. For me, Aba, whatever challenge they have, we need to encourage them, we need to support them, we need to patronize them. I said I was pushing that the boots I saw them make was not too different from the one I saw our military spend billions of our money on. And is it possible to use these Aba boots, even if it's to support the ones where I wear? Same thing for the police. That way we are encouraging them. Aba has a lot of future, a lot of potential. I'm from Enugu, but I'm proud of what is going on in Aba. When Taiwan started, we were saying Taiwan products and nobody was looking at it. Now I can't even afford Taiwan products, but I'm proud of the National Assembly. I'm proud of politicians. I'm proud of public officials that it is affordable to you, is paying our hard-earned foreign exchange. It's giving jobs to our people. So anybody that is Nigerian, that is patriotic, that actually loves this country, must encourage us to think Nigeria and appreciate made in Nigeria. So the local textile mills, we need to look at our farming, the cotton farms still there. If they are there, what has happened to the industries? I knew how many were in Aisha when I was in practice in the early 90s. And I know that none, virtually none, is existing now. Once the end, where the off-takers are, the demand is there, which I believe is there, those industries must come back. Fortunately, government now has no option than to emphasize agriculture, so we hope the cotton industry will bounce back. But we also hope that we address our power need. In any investment, in any manufacturing, any production line in this country, and that is a huge cost. I talk to my constituents and I know that power, power, power. All of you have become ambassadors for the Made in Nigeria thing, which I think we all must emphasize. Either we do it well or we perish. So I'm proudly for Made in Nigeria. I dress Made in Nigeria because it's convenient, it's comfortable, it's affordable, and a lot of time I look good in it. So I feel good in it, and I save a lot of money. So I'm proudly Made in Nigeria.
one of our legislators there speaking and proudly represented the Made in Nigerian brand. Now, it takes political will, willpower and determination from you and me to see this industry get to the level we want to see it get to. Now, you and I can do so much, right? That's it on today's Style. Thank you so much for being part of it. We'll see you next week, God willing. But remember to always keep that smile burning because that's your style. My name is Ruth Aguele. Bye-bye.